Hello, I'm Harry Riley. Welcome to Harry's 10-Minute Tales. This is called The Wastrel by Harry Riley. Bye-bye, Mum. Goodbye, Dad. See you in 6 months' time. Oliver Elliot waved his parents off at the dockside, told them not to worry, and promised faithfully to check the mail and look after things while they were away. They were going on holiday cruise on a luxury liner. This was their first proper holiday in many years, and their only son was delighted. It fitted in very well with his plans. He already had several immediate bookings from his advertisements, and the doctor and nursing staff were lined up ready to swing into action. Mr. and Mrs. Elliot had finally achieved their lifetime's ambition. Tom Elliot had raved about doing the big cruise for so long, and now they were away. It would have happened much sooner had it not been for Oliver's harebrained ideas that always went wrong and necessitated them bailing him out financially so many times. He was in his 30s and ought to have settled down, thought his mother Molly. But he showed no interest in anything but his crazy get-rich schemes. His parents, on the other hand, were shrewd with their money and invested well for their big holiday and their long-term goal of buying a dream home, and now on their return it would be waiting for them. It was a brand new 6-bedroom house in the country in its own private grounds, and big enough to entertain their friends and relations in a grand style. The house was fully furnished with all the trimmings, an indoor swimming pool and sauna. The heating had been left on low to dry out the plaster, and the beds in the all-in-one ensuite rooms, and they were made up ready for occupation after the break. So much to look forward to, but the best laid plans. Things started to go wrong right from the start as Tom picked up a mysterious bug on board ship. He thought he had overdosed on oysters. The feeling persisted and he took to his bed. His condition quickly deteriorated with violent stomach cramps, and he was too ill to enjoy the fun. Without more ado, he was whipped off the ship and flown back to a hospital in Britain by emergency air ambulance. Molly was to follow on the next available commercial flight. Back in the UK, she ordered a taxi to take her straight to their new home, to deposit their luggage, and to collect a few of his personal toiletries. A strange feeling came over her as she inserted the key in the lock and entered the wide hallway. A feeling that she was not alone, and there was a strong smell of antiseptic. Hurrying up the stairs, she went into the master bedroom and screamed out as she saw a young woman sitting up in her bed, with her hand outstretched. She was being attended by a seated beautician and having a gentle manicure. Molly ran out again and into the opposite bedroom. This one also had a female occupant, obviously recovering from some medical surgery. It was the same in all rooms, and she encountered a blue uniformed nurse in the last one, inserting a thermometer into a patient's mouth. Plunging downstairs in a daze, she entered the living room and rang her son's mobile phone. He answered immediately, cheerfully assuming she was ringing from the ship, and in a sing-song voice asked how she was enjoying the easy life, all afloat on the beautiful briny. Choking back tears of rage and frustration, his mother explained her predicament and asked him round to her new home as soon as possible so she could tear him limb from limb. It took all Oliver's powers of persuasion to stop her running amok with his father's chainsaw, but after dropping everything and popping around in his open 2-seater Porsche, he breezed into the house and discreetly showed his mother the receipts for 1 week's bookings at the Shangri-La Restorative Health Clinic. It was all his own brilliant idea to put his parents' new home to good use during their protracted absence, and to make it pay for itself in the meantime. He had advertised in medical journals for clients following their cosmetic surgery, so they could recover and be pampered in luxury surroundings in the country. "Look here, mother, they pay me 10 grand a week and £5,000 more for manicures and pedicures and stinky black mud beauty treatment imported specially from the Dead Sea. This last item was a bit of artistic licence, as the mud was actually dredged from the local canal, complete with authentic black leeches to remove excessive blood from overfed bodies. They would have a spare bed next week, and he invited Molly to book in at a special discount rate and try it for herself. With Tom Elliot inconsiderably about to expire, Molly soon calmed down as she considered the possibilities of Oliver's new enterprise. The profits were enormous, and she could envisage herself overseeing the business as she happily banked the proceeds. She might well be alone soon and would need a good-paying business to keep her occupied. She moved into a nearby hotel after instructing her lawyers to draw up the necessary partnership agreement with son Oliver. Tom Elliot duly expired, and within 6 months of his passing there were 3 more Shangri-La restorative health clinics, and all performing extremely well. Oliver the Wastrel had done good after all. End.